Hey guys, welcome to the Academy. So I think I'm online now. If you guys can comment on the section, let me know if you can see me or not. Just a couple of comments would be great. I just want to know whether you can see me or not. Could somebody please comment, guys? Just let me know. Yes, cool. I got a comment, so that means I'm live. So welcome to an academy. So we are going to do a live quiz for science and technology. So you know that just 1 week away we have our prelims examination for UPSC Prelims 2018. So I am Siva Prasad, and a little bit about myself before I start this quiz. Why am I taking science quiz? Why not anything else? Because by profession I am a scientist. So I'm one of the top rank holders in JEE. Therefore, I got admission to Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Okay, so that is all about me, and also appeared for the prelims last year, and I cleared it also, and exclusively because I could get all my science and tech questions right. Okay, so let's move further. So let me do a small prediction. So you can expect up to 8 to 10 questions from science and technology, and you will see that like the previous 2 years, this year also the science and tech questions they are going to be based on concepts. Okay, so you must have conceptual clarity if you want to address those questions. You don't have to mug up or something like that. Okay, and you will see that most of them will be from the recent developments. Okay, it could be the Nobel prizes or the recent distributed denial service of attack or ransomware. So these are the expected topics. Okay, so this is how we are going to do the quiz session. So the first 4 questions will be questions. Those are framed by me, okay, using my expertise in science. And then following that, I'll be taking up that have appeared in the previous year question papers. Okay, I'll be telling you how you were supposed to address those questions, even with limited knowledge. How can you address big questions? So that is the idea of today's live session. So let me now first take up the first question. Okay, so the first question is going to be from the Nobel Prize. So you know that every year during October time, Nobel Prizes are announced. So we'll take up a question from that. So this is regarding the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. So I'll give you 2 statements. You are supposed to identify which of these 2 statements are right. Okay, so let me start. Jet lag. Okay, all of you know what jet lag is. Jet lag associated with circadian rhythm is only a psychological phenomena. Okay, so this is the first statement. Jet lag associated with circadian rhythm is only a psychological phenomena. You have to tell me if it is right or wrong. And the second statement is only mammals are ruled by this internal clock. Okay, so I can also see your comments. So please let me know. I've given you 2 statements. The first statement is jet lag associated with the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is basically your biological clock. Okay, so the first statement says that only jet lag is only a psychological phenomena. Okay, and the second statement is only mammals are ruled by this internal clock. Okay, so let me see how many of you can get it right. So is the first statement right? So a lot of you are saying the first statement is wrong, but the second statement is right. Okay, so let me give you the answer. Both the statements are wrong. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because jet lag, okay, which is associated with your biological clock, it's not only a psychological phenomenon. Psychology means what's happening in your brain. It's not only a psychological phenomena, but it's also a physiological phenomena. Because depending on your circadian rhythm or the biological clock, the hormone release is also controlled. Okay, so therefore hormone release is associated with the physiological cycle, right? So that is actually happening in your body. It's not only a psychological phenomena. Therefore, jet lag is not only a psychological phenomena, it's a physiological phenomena. Hence, the first statement is wrong. The second statement, only mammals are ruled by this internal clock. Okay, so that statement is also wrong because be it unicellular organisms like bacteria, algae, etc., or as huge organisms like blue whale, or let us say elephants, all of them are guided by this internal biological clock. Okay, so that is the reason both the statements are wrong. Okay, so this question has been framed by me from the recent winners of Nobel Prize because they worked on this particular theme of circadian rhythm or the biological clock. Okay, so let's now move further. And also, yes, somebody is commenting sunflower, etc. That's a very good example because even in flowers, even in plants also, we have this internal biological clock. Okay, so that is the reason this statement will be wrong, that only mammals are ruled by this clock. So let me take up another question with respect to the reference to the Nobel Prize that was awarded in the field of chemistry. Okay, so which of the following statements will be correct with regard to cryo-electron microscopy? Okay, so I hope you are up to date with the recent Nobel Prize winners. So in the field of chemistry, the people got awarded Nobel Prize because they were working on this particular technology called as cryo-electron microscopy. Okay, so remember, a lot of people last time were flabbergasted in mains examination when they saw this question about cryosphere. Okay, whenever the term cryo is there, please remember it is always something to do with low temperatures. Okay, sub-zero temperatures. So these are a few statements. It allows us to take accurate and detailed pictures of living things at atomic scale. Okay, so this is the first statement. Second statement is it allows us to make 3D images. Okay, and the third statement is it will help us better understand viruses like Zika virus. And the fourth statement is it has the potential applications for testing cancer drugs. Okay, so I'll repeat the four statements. The first statement is it allows us to take accurate and detailed pictures of living things at atomic scale. So the reason, why any kind of microscope is invented is so that we can view organisms that are living at very very small scales that are not visible to our naked eye. Okay, so here's the first statement. It says it allows us to take accurate and detailed pictures of living things at atomic scale. And for all those people who have identified that all of them are right, yes, you are right. So the first statement is correct because, of course, as any microscope, this will allow us to take detailed pictures of living organisms at atomic scale. But the difference is that it is going to be accurate. Okay, so this is a very great advance we have made. Okay, the first statement is right. Second statement is it allows us to make 3D images. Okay, the second statement is also right because the cryo-electron microscope, it allows us to not only picture them in a 2D scale. So I hope all of you, who have done the oil peel experiment, you might have observed the oil peel under the microscope. So those are all 2D images, right? But in this case, you see that we can make 3D images. So that is the idea behind cryo-electron microscopy. Third statement is it will help us better understand viruses like Zika virus. Okay, so if you are able to click detailed pictures, okay, if you are able to take 3D images, therefore you can obviously understand what's happening at the atomic level, microscopic level. Therefore you can better understand viruses and also Zika virus. And the fourth statement is it has potential applications for testing cancer drugs. Okay, since you have a detailed picture, you can also understand how drugs are also working at a subatomic level. Okay, so that is the reason we will say that it has a potential application for testing cancer drugs as well. Not just cancer drug, any kind of drug can be tested. Okay, so all the four statements are right. So if you want to know more about this, I have already made a few lessons. Okay, so you can just go through them. Let's now move to one of the favorite topics. UPSC has asked questions because in the last year's examination, a question on gravitational wave appeared, a question on black hole appeared. So it seems to be one of the favorite topics for UPSC. So I made a question related to that. So let us go. Which of the following statement can be taken as an evidence of an existence of a black hole? Okay, so last year in this question paper, a term called as event horizon appeared. Okay, event horizon is something that is associated with a black hole. So if you want to know more about that, you can just type my name. You'll find a lesson on gravitational waves and black holes. You can also go through that. Okay, so let us now take up this question. Which of the following can be taken as an evidence of an existence of black hole? The first is light from a distant source that is not directly in the line of sight. Okay, for example, that light travels in a straight line, right? Rectilinear motion of light. For example, let us say there is a massive object over here. Light travels in a straight line. So therefore, the person sitting over here will not be able to observe the object here because light is getting blocked here. Okay, but imagine because of this object, if light could bend and go over here. Okay, so if light could do that, okay, so is that an evidence of existence of a black hole? So that is the statement one. Statement two is radio waves are emitted by black holes. Okay, so remember the second statement. Okay, tell me if it is right or wrong. The second statement is black holes emit radio waves. Okay, let's see if somebody is giving me answer. I think majority of them are answering no. That is perfectly right because black holes do not emit anything out. And actually that was the popular belief also until we had something called as Hawking radiations. And this is important because recently we lost Sir Stephen Hawking. Okay, so you can read a little bit about that. So only Hawking radiations are what escapes out of a black hole. Other than that, black holes do not emit anything per se. Okay, so therefore the second statement that radio waves are emitted by a black hole is wrong. Okay, third statement is by gravitational waves. So if you are able to detect gravitational waves, okay, is that a proof that there is a black hole in existence? So that is the question. And let us see what you guys are saying. Yes, okay, majority of you are saying yes. This is with respect to the recent Nobel Prize in Physics, okay, where gravitational waves were detected because two black holes, they merged. Okay, so this gave rise to what do you call as gravitational waves. Okay, so therefore the third statement that gravitational waves is correct, and there is a fourth statement that is cosmic microwave background radiation. Okay, if you detect cosmic microwave background radiation, do you think you have detected a black hole? Okay, let me see if you can get this. I'm talking about cosmic microwave background radiation. Okay, that is CMBR. Yes, some of you have abbreviated that also. Thank you. Okay, so most of you are saying yes, some of you are confused. Okay, let me tell you what CMBR is and why I added this. Okay, so at one point of time, people did not know whether Big Bang theory was true or not. Okay, so there were lots of theories. Okay, Big Bang theory is where universe was a point object. It was completely massive and it underwent an explosion and it started to expand. Okay, so that is what the Big Bang theory states. On the other hand, there are also theories that state that the universe is not expanding. It is just like this and it has been like this the entire time. Okay, so that is where the cosmic microwave background radiation came in. So this was called as the signature of Big Bang theory. Okay, so that means if you are ever able to detect what you call as CMBR or cosmic microwave background radiation, so this has been a proof that there was actually something called as a Big Bang. Okay, so that is the idea. So let's now move further and I'll take the fourth question. This I'm sure you'll find very, very interesting, and UPSC will also find this interesting. You have to identify the correct statements here. Okay, first of all, mass remains same anywhere in the universe. Let us see if you can get this right. Just comment. Okay, just comment. Can you see me, guys? Okay, yeah, I'm getting answers now. Do you think mass remains the same anywhere in the universe? Majority of them are saying yes. Of course, you are right, because mass does not change. Weight changes. Weight is basically the force with which a body attracts you. Okay, for example, if you go to moon, your weight will be reduced. If you go to Jupiter, your weight will be increased. Okay, on the other hand, mass is the matter content that is in you, and mass, it never changes. You, no matter where you go, okay, in the universe, the mass will never change. Okay, so therefore remember, weight changes but mass never changes. Okay, so let's go to the second statement. Okay, time flows in the same manner all over the universe. Okay, so there's an interesting lesson I made after Sir Stephen Hawking passed away. So it's called as Tribute to Stephen Hawking, where I told you how time passes differently at different places. So the second statement is time flows in the same manner in the universe. Okay, so this is a wrong statement. Time is not, it does not flow the same for everyone. Okay, so this is the idea. So I hope you can get this. So let me now move to the second part, where I told you I'll be discussing a few questions that were asked in the previous year UPSC examination. Okay, and how with limited or no knowledge at all you could have addressed those questions. Okay, so first of all, let me take this question that appeared last year. What is the purpose of evolved laser interferometer space antenna? That is the ELISA project. ELISA. So there were four options that were given. First is to detect neutrinos. Second is to detect gravitational waves. Third is to detect the effectiveness of missile defense system. Third is to study the effect of solar flares on our communication systems. So this is a question that appeared in the previous year examination, and a lot of you are giving the right answer, which is gravitational waves. I'll tell you how. With limited knowledge, you could have actually addressed this question. First of all, gravitational waves were so much in the news because it was something that shook the world of physics. Okay, so therefore it was expected that UPSC will be asking a question from gravitational waves. Okay, so everybody read about it. That was for sure. So everybody associated a word called as LIGO. Some of you are already commenting it. LIGO. Okay, LIGO, which stands for Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. Okay, so everybody read this. But what people, everybody knew LIGO. What people did not know was the abbreviation or the full form of LIGO. They did not know the word LI, that is laser interferometer. If they had seen that laser interferometer, and if they had seen this question, read this question properly, they would have seen that there is the same word from LIGO, laser interferometer, here also in this question. Therefore, it should be used for gravitational waves only, because that is the reason LIGO has been in the news. Okay, so this was very, very simple trick that UPSC used to fool a lot of people. Okay, and a lot of people just left this question. Okay, so don't make this mistake. So whenever you are reading something, just read it comprehensively. Do a 360-degree analysis, because it doesn't make sense if you are knowing LIGO and you do not know the full form. See, you have missed out a question if you are just partially reading it, right? So that is the reason. Anytime you read a question or read a topic, just do it comprehensively. Okay. So let me now take up another question, and I'll tell you how I myself had no idea about this question, still got it right. Okay, so this question is basically, what is the application of somatic cell nuclear transfer technology? Okay, somatic cell nuclear transfer technology. I am not a biology student, so I had no clue what to do, but still I got this question right, and I'll tell you what a trick I used. Okay, so first of all, see the term somatic cell. Okay, forget it. I did not know that. The next two words are nuclear transfer. Okay, whenever the word nuclear comes, so it can have two connotations. One is the physics nuclear, where you will have nuclear fusion or the nuclear fission. Okay, on the other hand is the nucleus that you study in biology. And one of the important roles of nucleus is to transfer the genetic material from one to the other, right? So whenever from one generation to the other we have, so nucleus is responsible for your transfer of genetic material. Okay, so if you can see, we have something whenever we are mentioning nucleus, that means you can understand this question has something to do with reproduction. Okay, let us now observe the options that are given over here. Okay, first is production of biolarvicides. Okay, definitely no, this has nothing to do with reproduction. Second is manufacture of biodegradable plastics. Does not make sense at all. There is nuclear transfer involved in this. Okay, third option, reproductive cloning of animals. Okay, and the fourth option is production of organisms free of diseases. Now tell me, which of the option sounds more familiar and similar to the question that is asked? So nuclear transfer, I told you, it has something to do with reproduction. That means genetic material transferring from one generation to the next generation. Okay, and the only option that suits is the reproductive cloning of animals. Okay, so this is how I got my question right. This is how you need not have the entire understanding of science and technology with just basic, but a conceptual understanding. You can answer questions like this. So let me now take up another question. So this is regarding the cyber security incident in India. It is legally mandatory for which of the following to report on cyber security incidents? Okay, so even with no clue at all, just with basic common sense, I'll tell you how you could have addressed this question. Okay, the question is, in India, it is legally mandatory for which of the following to report on cyber security incidents? Okay, the three options are service provider, data centers, and body corporates. Okay, and tell me what is the answer. So all of you are saying above all, I'll tell you a simple analogy. Okay, tell me, if a crime occurs, okay, let us say a theft has occurred, a murder has occurred, does it matter where it has occurred? You still have to go to the police, right? So similarly, you have to understand that whenever a cyber attack is taking place, it is a cyber crime. Okay, no matter with whom, where that particular crime occurs, you have to still report it to the authorities, right? So if you had this much basic sense, you could have got this answer right. Doesn't matter if you're a service provider, doesn't matter if you are a data center, doesn't matter if you're a body corporate. Whenever a cyber crime takes place, you are supposed to report that particular incident. Okay, so that is how you are supposed to identify. You see, if you see all these questions, these are not hardcore physics or chemistry or biology questions. Just with a basic understanding, this is how you are supposed to address it. Okay, and trust me, I just had 30 days for preparation because I was an IAC, and and I just graduated on May 5th and the exam was on June 18th. Okay, that was all the time I had, and yet I cleared prelims examination, that too with 117 marks. Okay, and how could I do it? Because I could get all the environment and the science and tech questions right, and they are not tough at all. Okay, so they are all based on things that that are occurring, and you definitely know them. Okay, so there is no need for you to stress. And I've also made a lot of courses related to science and technology. So there's a course called as Prelim Predictor that I have made. You can definitely follow me and check these courses out, where you can get to know more such things. So, and I'll dedicate a couple of minutes to take a few questions from you. Okay, if any topic you want me to discuss in particular, so I'll just take it up. Okay, is there something you guys want to ask me? Okay, intelligence. Okay, big data analytics. So you can just search this out. Okay, cryptocurrency is also already available. It's a I've made it pretty clear. So these questions are already there. So if you want me to even nanotechnology I made. Quantum computers is another important topic that you need to be thorough with. So that is also available. Intellectual property rights is something every year you get a question related to intellectual property rights. So in a particular lesson, I have described what patents are, what copyrights are, what are the differences. Okay, so these things are already available. Okay, satellites, I have already made a lesson on satellites. What are these scramjet, ramjet, etc. Okay, so I think you just have to type my name in the search bar of an academy, that is Siva Prasad, SIVA space PRASAD, and you will get all these topics that you are commenting over here. Trust me, all these topics are already made. In case there are topics that I have not made, you can just send me a message on an academy itself. Okay. And before closing, I'd like you guys to know about the Unacademy Plus course that I have launched. So it is related to public administration. Since thousands of people they appear with PubAd as their optional, I felt that there should be a comprehensive course related to both paper 1 and paper 2 of public administration. So you guys can also check that out. And for those people who don't know whether PubAd is a good optional, or who have not chosen public administration, who have not chosen any optional and they would like to explore if PubAd is a good option for them, they can also go and take a look at the introductory course. So you guys can get to know about what we are going to do, what are the demands of the examination. Okay. So as of now, so that is all. And you can definitely follow me on an academy, because all these things you are saying, bitcoins, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, these courses are already available and I have only made them. Okay. So all these things you're suggesting, artificial intelligence, then I can see big data. Okay. Project Loon, yeah, Li-Fi, everything I've discussed. Okay. So please go and check it out. It's on my profile only. And regarding the Plus course, you can just go to the Plus webpage and get to know about the PubAd course. A lot of you are asking. Yes, there will be notes available. There will be a comprehensive exam. After every week, you will be given a few set of questions which you will be asked to write an answer, and I'll be evaluating them also. So it's going to be a course for 3 to 4 months. It's a long duration course. Okay. So you can just go and check it out on the Unacademy Plus page, or you can just visit my profile. There you'll get a link for the Unacademy Plus course. So thank you so much. It was awesome discussing with you guys. You have been an awesome audience. So thank you so much, and good luck for your prelims.